Hello, everyone! Yeah, it's my left hand that's in frame, and I'm remembering it this time. Woohoo! Small victories. Hope you all are doing well. I've decided for Fridays are Free Slot Friday, so they're whatever I feel like playing, and I feel like playing more Guild Wars is probably going to be one of the games from during the week, just because setting up additional scenes and stuff for thumbnails. And I'll eventually probably expand the roster of stuff that I feels a little... I don't know, maybe that's a little bit better. But yes, so like I said, felt like playing more Guild Wars 1. Here we are, Guild Wars 1. Does this volume need to be up a little higher for the game? I don't know. Let me know if it's too loud, I guess. So when last we left off, I had failed to clean out my inventory like I did. Cool. Let's do that now. Most exciting way to start the day, by cleaning your inventory. I don't know that minor healing prayers. If that was prot prayers, I'd be a little excited. For some reason, prot prayers has had some value as of late, and I'm not entirely sure why. Was under the distinct impression that people didn't like monks compared to ritualists, but here we are. I'm gonna go visit his Shooting Light chest now. Where am I at with my Luxon title anyway? Only quite a bit more. I think what makes the most sense... where's my cap? 46k? What makes most sense to me is to save my Luxon faction until it's time to have a weekend where I'll get more rewards for turning it in. I missed this bow staff. I'm IDing these things because it usually increases their value regardless. I mean, every now and then you don't quite... I mean, it always increases the value. Every now and then that increase is too low to make sense to do. But most of the time it is enough, and we are going off of that. Let's kick Gwen. Who was I normally running that slot? Milani. Get Milani back in here. I'm happy to do that. Hey, Fear. Good to see ya. Hope you're doing well today. Okay, let's finish doing this thing I should have done a while back. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna grab another ID kit while I'm here as well. Okay, so I want to take Master Togo to the Whirlpool, so that way I have this quest done. Might as well. And then grab some more towns and outposts and some more elite skills, which is the more important thing there. I did finish off this handbook, though, which is good. Then, after I've done some elite skill capping, then I'm going to want to head up into Eye of the North, so probably we'll hit EOTN today. I don't think this few things that I want to do here are going to be so long that I'm not going to be able to. Yeah, I think I'll keep this bar for the moment. I'd like a few more tactics skills, realistically. I don't feel like I have great options in tactics. Oh, yeah. There is Temple Strike kind of on the way. It's, I don't know, it's not far off the path, but it is a little bit off the path, and I need to go back up these directions anyway to get some more outposts, so I think I will hold off on that for the time being. Ritualist always needs the high priority target because the Ritualist, as is well established, will resurrect its fellows. Yeah, it's a... I can understand, I think. Like, the hunt can be fun to watch, but I don't know, it's weird. I have a strange relationship with skill capping. It's like elite tomes are negative value for me. Because skill capping gives me something to do for... I've mentioned that before. But I'm glad you enjoy watching me go skill capping, even if it's something you tend to try to avoid yourself when you play. I guess is it Saturday morning for you here? Cool to know where this went. What's over there? Well, in very practical terms, what's over there is an outpost. I will want to go grab after I've cleared these guys out. I have been thinking some, actually. I was just playing Guild Wars 1 like casually for my own self again on my Saturday day offs. Yeah, it makes sense to me. So I might let people know when I'm playing on Discord if they want to go hang out. I'll just link my Discord here because I said the words Discord, so I should link it. So that's something that I may do. Don't know, but I certainly want to consider the option, you know? That wouldn't be a streamed thing. That would just be like, come hang out in the Discord and play with me. I feel like doing something. Probably Zaishin stuff or whatever. I've got a lot of Zaishin quests banked up on characters. It'd be kind of nice to go through some of them. I found some Oni. This is the part where I need to actually be heading over this way, isn't it? Actually, I'm kind of impressed by how well ArenaNet manages to make zones that seem like they should be very samey, somewhat distinct from each other. Like, Silent Surf has some very large wave formations, whereas, like, the Archipelagos is a lot more narrow and smoother in its layout. Galahad has more broad spaces. I don't know, it's just one of those, like, things that, in my opinion, is a very subtle mark of skillful design, where it's something that feels like yeah, I mean, I'm leaning in the favor of bigger inventories generally for me personally because I like armor too much, but yeah, anyway, it's one of those things that I'm kind of always impressed by, the way that ArenaNet does such a good job of finding the spaces for variety in what they're doing. I do think it would have been nice if the JC had had like one additional mob type that showed up. Kill that spirit. But overall, like, they did a really good job of making like places with otherwise similar aesthetic styles still feel distinct and different for each individual map. And maybe some amount of that is the extent to which I've played the game. Like, I played the game enough that the differences are clear in my mind, but I can definitely see that being the case. So now that I think about it, I think the Echowold Forest has more of a samey feel relative. Ferndale and Drazak Thicket in particular are quite similar. They have different like points of interest. Morningvale Falls has this big river running through it. Morosave Trail and Melander's Hope have different palettes. that they're working with. Different sort of greens. That's interesting. Yeah, the Envoy weapons are pretty cool. Man, they are expensive. It wouldn't surprise me if at this point I've gotten enough gold Z coins to be able to have afforded one, but that would have been at the cost of too much inventory space. So. But I also have a lot of characters. That kind of motivates me to focus on inventory space, because it's like I have a lot of characters that can make use of it, sort of thing. Okay. How do I want to roll this? I think I'm actually going to head from Leviathan Pits and head south from here. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. No, I want to drop Leaping Mantis Sting. Do I want to keep using tactics? Do I want... Yeah, see, I have only a handful of elites here. At least that's how it feels to me. Because the advantage of tactics is being able to use soldier speed is really nice. For chasing stuff down, but I think I might actually just go Dagger Mastery Critical Strikes. Yeah, it is kind of... it's the sort of thing where of the Envoy weapons, I think the axe is the one that I'm most interested in. The scythe is neat. I think it's quite large, too, for whatever that's worth. But does suffer from being on the surface anyway, quite similar to the trying to think of how I want to roll this. I kind of want Leaping Mantis being as an option here. Let's grab Falling Lotus and Brawling Headbutt. Do this. Let's swap those. Nicolas sells some very expensive armor. But yeah, like the scythe is very similar to the Balthazar scythe. I'll agree. I didn't like this one as much as the normal one. What does this one look like though? Elite, Lux, armor. Yeah. Yeah, I like the regular one better. Let me grab the capture locations for factions again. This is the Silent Surf. I think it's just Temple Strike. Yeah, Devastating Hammer is out here, but I already have Devastating Hammer, so just Temple Strike off the Assassin's Construct. Oh. Gonna work a lot better if I bring a Signet of Capture, isn't it? Do I want to run a different elite than Shadow Theft? This could actually be a good excuse for... Let's do Palm Strike. Trampling Ox here. And a Signet of Capture. Oh, I'm going to need more Cap 6 soon. There's Nicodemus. Of course, the advantage of this is that I can go Palm Strike, Trampling, Falling Lotus, Death Blossom. But I like having a cripple option as Assassin because snares are really useful in melee. The Dervish is also actually quite good at snares. Has a couple of solid snare options. Okay, more or less do that run again, except different. Let's see, what do we get here? Major fast casting? I don't think major fast casting is worth anything. Also needs some sort of suffix on it, so I'll figure that out later. Probably want a Zealous Spear at some point as well. I'll open up some space when I move these. Actually, I could be moving them there now that I think about it. Let's see. Yeah, I can just stack them vertically over here. My mask collection over there. I'll probably... Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure out armor as I go. Not something that I need to have all figured out right this moment anyway. Let me know, by the way, I tweaked the volume a little bit. Let me know if the game is too loud. Trying to figure out where I want my microphone. I want it over a little bit. It decided to attack me in the face. Stopping the soul transfer was kind of nice there. That stopped from healing. There's a few more skills that I think I wanted to get. I wanted to get Dark Apostasy. Okay. Yeah, I just remember because I want to make sure that I am audible, but at the same time, stuff's happening in the game. I want you all to be able to hear that too. As long as the game's not like overriding my voice, that's amazing. But when I checked the slow playthrough, I felt like I theoretically want to start watching that at some point, kind of maybe. In particular, I want to refresh on some of the Ascalon stuff, but the I remember that really felt the end was a little bit quieter than I would have liked relative to everything. So. Let's get the spirit out of here. Don't really like that. These art supplies I'm hanging on to for a while yet. Temple Strike took me an embarrassingly long amount of time to figure out what it is actually talking about. What's the best way down? I guess over here. It's literally somebody getting smacked inside of the head. The temple's like over here, right? Or over here. You've got a temple on either side, but that's what it's talking about. It's just whack on the side of the head. Which the idea here is it's sending somebody, it's dazing them and sending their vision reeling and stuff, making them kind of like black out a little bit. And that's what's going on with this attack, but it took me a very long time to figure out that's what I was talking about. Saw some bolts of cloth over here on the ground. I'm thinking some dead hands or whatever they are. outcasts. That's what it is. Came through here. Yeah. It's not something you hear very often, so I'm not surprised. Whenever you're trying to name stuff, you're always digging for... Like, I've been working on this RPG in RPG Maker, and trying to figure out names for skills is... It's a struggle. Struggle is real. Cantha. Like, even the art, if you look closely at the art, which is a little hard to see right here. Let me go into town, Seafarer's Arrest. Yeah, because this leads into Ria's Crater. Like, this art is the side of some, like, it's somebody's temple, like, glowing on fire, and you can see, like, a nose and eye there. Probably not at these resolutions, actually. But if I pick large grid, maybe it'll be a little bit clearer. You can kind of see it here on the icon, where, like, here's the arm, and then here's the head, and it's glowing at the temple. It's not super clear that's what's going on, but it is what's going on. Okay, this is Ria's Crater. Oh, yeah, I want to get Cleave here, because I'm pretty sure I just have... Okay, I got Whirling Axe recently, but I want to pick up Cleave and Dark Apostasy. I think those might be the only skills left that I'm wanting to get here. 3 Winds of Change. Okay. I'm just scanning. I just got Temple Strike. Yeah, feels correct. I'm looking up where these guys actually are. Okay, Razor, Finn, Fleshrend is... Cool. Yeah, I'm going to leave from here. This boss is kind of on the way. So I need 2 seconds of capture, which means I need more seconds of capture. Is there a skill person here? Yes. I'll use that skill person then. Give me 5 seconds of capture, please. I'm gonna need more when I get up into Eye of the North, because I'm gonna be doing some more skill capping up that way. 1, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. Actually, while I'm here and thinking about it, I do want to grab On Your Knees. Excellent. Okay, I'm not really gonna have immediate use for Cleave, obviously, but that's very dense. Let's see. I wish Assassins had some sort of elite movement skill. Some sort of elite run speed buff. But they don't. So here we are. Not having that option. Because what I kind of want here is just like Rolling Headbutt. Falling Lotus. You know, I think I'm gonna go Mobius Critical here. And just call that good, because that'll help manage my energy. There's a problem with this bar. Otherwise, anyway. I need to process a bunch of runes, but we will do that later as well. Okay, which direction is the one I need? This one. Ria's Crater. Which, Ria's Crater looks very different because there's a bunch of jade quarries going on here, and that allows it to be very distinct from the other parts of the Jade Sea, where you get a little bit of quarry-ish area, particularly in the up here in the archipelago. There's this little section here. This is much more like chasms of jade that you're walking through. This is a much more like open pit quarry, and this is much more like chasms. And then, of course, Maisheng Hills versus Mount Kinkai are very distinct, whereas Mount Kinkai has these lagoon areas, these water areas in it. Maisheng Hills is not, creating a very different feel. Like, this is the sort of thing that I'm talking about. Like, ArenaNet just does a really good job of creating distinctions to their areas, and it's something that I find really impressive. Do I need to go up that way? Focus of Hanaku. That's a heck of a name. Okay, you know what? We're close enough that I'm going to. I think the boss I want is down there. Maybe? This part... These stairs are a death trap. It's so easy to just massively aggro here. These spirit chakras are ruining me. I don't know why they're staying on me for so... Oh, the monks have no energy. That would be why. Because what ends up happening here, the reason why this spot is a death trap, is because of these stairs. It's very, very hard to navigate around the enemies, and the way the mobs are laid out, you tend to very easily over aggro here. Because it's hard to avoid aggro and stuff as you're going down the stairs. Also, the AI doesn't entirely seem to recognize that Life Sheath is condition removal, which is a little annoying. So most of the time when it's working as condition removal, I think it's kind of more of an accident than the AI intentionally doing that. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. Except for my energy pool. It's in my energy pool. And you can see, like, we are not getting away from fighting stuff because it's so easy to just aggro one thing after another. Do it again. Thankfully, we do have some distributed healing on the elementalist reflector. I'm just gonna grab the fitness though. Yep, there's a ret going on. Well, I think I needed to come down this way to get to the boss that I'm looking for with Cleave. We're about to find out, I guess. About to find out. Yep, here's a flesh friend right over there. There might have been a better way to get to him. I don't know, but this is the way that I chose. Got to make several uses of physical strikes. Mobius. Very good. That would be cool. Cleave. Again, Cleave is just nice to have on hand. Cleave, in my mind, is like the perfectly average elite skill. Like, It is more efficient than Executioner's Strike, costing half the adrenaline, and dealing similar-ish damage. It's like just right in that middle spot where it's like, yeah, that's a perfectly fine skill. You're happy to bring it. If you don't have other elites, it's probably going on your bar, but it doesn't really do anything to stand out either. Like, it doesn't do anything special, right? It's just, this is a more efficient skill. Yeah, sure. It's fine. Like, it is, to me, sort of the epitome of this is perfectly acceptable elite. Yeah, elite design. Oh, anyway. Although I do really like the concept of how elites work in this one. I'm not as fond of Guild Wars 2 style elites. Or rather, I like, some of those are fine to have, but frankly, I prefer design like Guild Wars 1 has, rather than the ultimates that Guild Wars 2 blatantly took from from MOBAs, which were blatantly taken from Warcraft 3. Like, Warcraft 3 design fundamentally influenced MOBA design. Because MOBA heroes are based off of Warcraft 3 heroes very directly. Including, like, I don't know where a lot of MOBAs are these days. To be fair, it's not a genre I pay much attention to, but Warcraft 3 had 3 regular skills, and then in Ultimate, those 10 levels. I mean, it's an RTS, right? So it's not like you had a long time to really build up experience on your heroes. So you had 10 levels, and you'd get skill points, and so there's 3 skills. You couldn't get, like, it was like level 1, 3, sort of the minimum level requirements for them. And they had like 3 levels, and then there's an ultimate at level 6. That was the design of Warcraft 3. And as I recall, Dota, I never really played Dota. I like the idea of the Aeon of Strife games, which is the game that, like, Dota was a refined thing in that model that did really well, and then everybody knew it by Dota. Like, I like that model, and made a few, like, made is a strong word. Began a few maps that kind of use that same concept. But never really finished any. I always like to try to fill up all of the possible skill spots. I've taken a very roundabout path here. I guess I am not getting both elites before heading into the Aureus mines after all. I still want to go get Dark Apostasy first before I head off to Eye of the North, but whatever. Go back to Palm Strike. Rampling Ox. Falling Lotus. Let's see. From here. Okay, I just kind of need to go up and over to Arius Dark Apostle. There's another spot where you can get it in the Emerald Forests. But it's right over here. There's an argument for going over there of getting the outposts. I'm trying to decide if that's strong enough to want to do that. If I just want to kind of go up here. Do I want to go fight some wardens and go get that? Yeah, you know what? Sure, let's go ahead and do that. Might as well get more outposts on the map, eh? Not that I can talk to any of these NPCs, but never mind that. Hatred cysts usually have good stuff in them. Some dust. Bone charms, as I recall, bone charms are not worth salvaging. But I might actually that they probably are. They probably are worth salvaging into bone. Let's find out. I don't remember. I think, yeah, no, that's perfectly reasonable. I think I'm confusing them with demon arms or whatever. There's another variety that is real bad to salvage because you get like a bone out of it. It's like worth 30 gold or something. I think I'm thinking something else then. I just want to cross the zone. I kind of want to go down a little bit, I think. Trying to figure out the best way to geographically navigate this map. A little bit of a complicated map. The reason why. Like there's a bunch of ravines and stuff that make it a little bit trickier to navigate. There's the Morningvale Falls. I do want to do that the Black Mama quest again on somebody. Not sure who of my characters I have available just yet. It's quite the quest chain. You have some use of Spirit Wood planks, you know, that sort of thing. It just baffles me. I'm pretty sure Spirit Wood planks have been around since Prophecies, but they've basically never had any use. I don't know why. Maybe at one point in time they were used in Elite Druid and that got changed? I don't know. I don't know how it ended up that they aren't used in anything. It feels very weird. Like some sort of oversight. I do like Dark Apostasy as an option, though. If you're needing to deal with enchantments, it does a really good job of doing so. I just flubbed a bunch of skill order stuff there. These mantids are a lot less annoying than the ones in Eye of the North are, because these ones don't stand up after a little while. I do find that behavior very obnoxious. We're going towards the Amet Basin right now, for those who don't know. River heads out to the sea. It's cool. This river goes all the way from the Jade Sea to whatever this sea is, the Great Sea or something. That's an absolutely enormous compass. Like I know it's a map decoration. It's a huge one. There's Sugar Ironclaw. That would be another option for capturing Cleave. Actually, if I had chosen to go this way originally instead of Glorious Mind or whatever. End up choosing. That works out. There we go. Something about this map is member. There's a way down over here. I'm just not sure exactly how to find it. Okay, not over there. It must be around a bit. Like I said, this map is a little bit confusing. It is actually quite large. Quite large and quite stabby. Oh, my build's actually kind of nice here in so much as I have a knockdown on hand, which works very well with some of these nonsense going on. Well, I just got spiked. That's my own fault for overextending. Nothing like escaping the safety and security of your monks to get yourself killed. But Lacerate's actually really good for us to have out as well because of all of the bleed. Milani has Wounding Strike, which inflicts bleeding. I've got Jagged Strike, which inflicts bleeding, so we're actually doing a lot of bleeding. So making it 5 pips instead of 3 is a nice bonus. I'm not gonna say it makes bleeding good, but it makes it more passable. Make sure you don't try to run out of that. What the heck is the Oni? The hex that I had on me is an assassin hex. They aren't assassin wardens. Except for, like, bosses. There are boss wardens that are assassins. But it's not a standard enemy type. I know generally I need to be heading south. I need to go across that bridge. Maybe? I don't know. Let's just be exhausted. That was a very well timed whatever. Remove those missions from me. Because there's a bridge over here, see, so I'm wondering if this takes me the direction I want to be going. Probably? We'll go with probably. Laser Iron Shell. Nice Churning Earth. Churning Earth knocks you down if you're moving faster than normal speed. Which I very clearly am when I'm using dash. So. We are down to resigs of 3. That is somewhat notable. Not the most notable, but somewhat notable. Oh, there it is. There's the river kind of placidly going along. I wonder if it has good fishing. All of this, I'm overpressuring the monks. Got wrecked. We're falling apart because the monks don't have enough energy to keep us alive. It's fundamentally what's happened here. There's just too much pressure going on. Probably end up back here. Yeah, that's an unfortunate. So, it originally used to be that your entire party had to wipe to go back to a resurrection shrine. Now it's if all non-human players, or if all human players are dead and no non-human players have an available resurrection skill. That felt confusing. But basically, if you don't have any resurrection skills available on your team and all of the human players are dead, then it will just start the countdown right away, and any living party members get warped there. But because skills such as AoE spells are latched onto the target when you start using it, right? So if you use an AoE skill on a target and then it runs out of range, you'll still finish casting that AoE spell. So what ended up happening was Churning Earth got tracked because of that onto us as we got warped back. And that's kind of a bug in their system because they never set the system up to account for the thing that they did where you don't have to wait for your heroes to wipe, or your henchmen to wipe before it warps you back to the resurrection shrine if, you know, all the human players are dead and there's no resurrections available anymore in the party. So like that behavior means that it's just this unfortunate like confluence of things. And like you don't want AoE spells to get canceled just by the target getting out of the range of the cast. That's not how you want it to work anyway. Like you basically don't want spells to say, oh, you started casting me, but your target moved out of range, therefore I'm canceled. Like you want the cast to succeed regardless, but there's no ground targeting or anything in this game. So it's just a whole confluence of how things kind of work to mean that certain types of spells will follow you back to resurrection shrines if you have a wipe situation like that. Which is unfortunate and kind of annoying, but, you know, here it is. Thankfully, we have Restore Life from Milani. Or I have, I guess, technically. Which allows Milani to get Kalkor resurrected in that sort of situation. And what happened there, in part, was I was just standing carelessly inside a Churning Earth for, like, its full duration. So, like, I need to get out of this. Because me standing in it is bad for the monks' energy, because they have to heal all of that damage. All these shockwaves are very annoying. Another thing that's being a problem. Yeah, we also just had an excessive number of Wardens of Earth dealing AoE damage to us, so, you know, it's not something. There's a Warden of Force back here. Oh, there's a Warden of Force losing a duel to a Spirit of Shadow Song. Little Spirit of Shadow Song. We can't get Melania alive. She's the only one with the hard res, and yeah, she can't res herself. This cup, right here, out of water. I want to see if those guys fight the Wardens or something. This cup not out of water. Okay, you know what? Get over here. I'll fight you. Yeah, there's a whole procedure for like activating skills, and like one of the checks to be able to activate a skill is in range, but not for a skill to be able to finish casting. Long story short. I mean, also, if I had Vigorous Spirit on me, that would help. And there's all sorts of things that can help that situation. Well, somebody got their knocked down off first, and that somebody was a me. Boss is just over there to the right. Darkroot and Trop. Probably needs to be my primary target. Okay, I would prefer not to do this. Okay, we're in this scenario. No, leave this scenario. Acquired. Just shoot these dragon mosses. I'm gonna pick up my plant fibers in a moment here. My damage off this is a little bit mediocre. Just because I don't have any skills boosting it. Let's go get ourselves inside an Emma's Basin, shall we? And then I think that'll cover all the skills I wanted to capture here in the land of Cantha. So we'll head up to Eye of the North. I think that covers everything. Wiki. Like, don't need Battle Rage, that's a strength skill. Theoretically I could use it, but I'd be spending so much of my time keeping Battle Rage activated that it wouldn't be worth it. Also, it's going to end whenever I use a non-adrenal skill such as a dagger attack, so kind of hot garbage for an assassin. I have Dragon Slash, pretty sure. Primal Rage is also terrible. Yeah, I feel fairly confident that I got all of the skills here. So let's head up into... I wanted the Eye of North Elite skill list. Oh, I can get Headbutt from Molotov Rocktail. I'm not going to. Doesn't do me much good. Eviscerate's much easier to get in a number of places in Eye of the North. I think that's the one I'd pick, though. So many places to get Eviscerate. Eviscerate's like their go-to elite. Or, Stunning Strike from Jodam's Spear Spinners. That's definitely the place to capture it. For more Band of Brothers. Also, you can get Ether Prodigy off of Hierophant Burnt Soul and Assault on the Stronghold, which is a lot more reliable than capturing it from Ring of Fire. German Gun, which is an unreliable spawn. Earthstriker is just really annoying to try to capture. So I can get Eviscerate off of List of the Pack Leader and Jora Marches. Ricard Lake notably has Onslaught, which I do want to capture. Do they not have any Assassin Elites available? No, they have Golden Skull Strike in Alcazia Tangle. I do want Pywat's Daggers, theoretically, actually, for this character. You can get Assassin's Promise as well. There might be some in dungeons, but I'm not necessarily looking that hard. Oh, I can get Steady Stance from Scumé Bone here in the Magastones. That'll be fun. The main things that I am gonna want to pick up Pious Renewal. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna be able to use Pious Renewal or not, but I think that's a worthwhile skill to pick up. Just because like it still does its thing. So there's gonna be a bunch more elites that I want to go up there. I'm gonna update the title. It'll just take a moment. Because it's EOTN stuff. There. You know, I'm done with Cantha, so I might as well update labels appropriately. Haven't really done much here. I've gotten into Gunner's Hold. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm not used to my hand being in view there. Gotten into Gunner's Hold. Done a little bit of I've done Kilroy's quest chain. Pretty much. I think that's just about it. At some point, I'm going to need to do Magni the Bison's quests. Not quite sure when that point is yet, though. Okay, I'm just going to check the... I can get Crippling Slash from Fenrir. I don't think I have that one yet, right? Yeah, okay. Let's grab that then. Actually, I'm going to drop... Palm Strike is a lot less exciting here. Or at least the combo that I was doing is a lot less exciting here. On account of... yeah, I'm going to slot on Temple Strike and Leaping Mantis Sting. The main reason why is the Jotun are not... I mean, you can knock them down if you want to do some shenanigans, but they're a bit resistant to it. I don't happen to have... Look at Wardens to turn in. I do have Curse of the Norn Bear. And the Vanquish for Old Ascalon, which I want to do on this character at some point, but this character's not gotten to Ascalon yet. The character has, in fact, not been very far. I just kind of played through Prophecies. I didn't backtrack at all. We'll do that at some point, but I'm not quite sure when that'll be. Maybe before the end of the Skill Booster League, I'll go back to Ascalon City. Part of the appeal for that is if I did that, I would get more prophecy skills unlocked before heading off to Nightfall in the Skill Booster League, just because of the way that I do things with the rules. That has some appeal to me. This is gonna suck. Maybe divert hexes, my goodness. Well, the good news is currently Sasuke is being extremely useful. I need to go over to that warning from travelers. Water Trident on Deep Freeze on a melee character is terrible. I need to switch to a Shadow Step just so I can move. I'm being serious about that too. May want to drop Milani at some point here. Here's the Goldolf. Fenrir, who we're here for. That worked. You're gonna just be in front of me. Interesting. What skills there? Oh, I have a lot of stuff to pick up for Sword. This character is just going to need to do a lot more content, get a lot more skill points. Playing through Nightfall will help with that as well. Once that time comes, which is not just yet. It's coming. Barrel hammers. Not my favorite steel hammers. Before I go through the zone transition, I'm going to need to make sure to swap those. It's a little inelegant, but that's what I'm going to have to do, and I want to do it now while I'm remembering. Swords on her? No. I do have a sword that I want to use on her. I just haven't gotten it there yet. With time. With time. Yeah. We aggroed them by attacking their spirit. continue north. What's knocking me down? Oh, we got a one on our hands. That's not good. Oh, good. I Temple Striked in time to stop going off. Mobile's nasty business. Good spot for Heroes Leaming. That can strip your entire party of 3 conditions all at once. It's very useful against these guys. Not a silver bullet by any means. They can spread conditions more quickly than that, but it really does help clean everybody up. Restore Condition is probably your best weapon against these guys. Restore Condition being, in my opinion, a somewhat underrated skill in a number of areas in the game. Very useful, I have found. Here's some of the Jotun. There's the zone transition. That's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna get up to Sifala. I do need to fight Mish, Lady of the Lake, for the quest. I want to capture her elite as well, though. It's strange for like. Oh, I totally forgot to grab the bounty. That was
Who sent you?
my mistake. Pretty big one like that.
Who goes there?
I'm not gonna bother to grab that one now. I'm going through the zone transition. But anyway, for as much as Gunner's Hold is being presented as like the capital of this region, Eye of the North and Sifala feel much more like capitals. Sifala is a nexus from which many different directions proceed. And Eye of the North is just such a critical location. I don't know why they give it to Gunner's Hold over Eye of the North, frankly. In terms of that, but...
Are you hunting something?
Bring this back to where I want it.
Why are you here?
Where's the number? Oh, there's the server number. Probably has natural resistance, so I probably don't get full duration. Indeed. Do it if it's good with this character, though. I'm getting a little tired of the Stone Dagger combo chain. If I were to, like, pick my biggest complaint about Guild Wars as a prop, or Guild Wars 1 as a prop, or, like, as a whole, pop-up mobs are overused. Fight here kind of make, like, kind of work in that they're in the shadows, but, like, so if you avoid some of the shadowy areas, you don't tend to face them. So they like to appear under trees and along the edges of cliffs and nooks and crannies and stuff. And, like, there's some flavor in that I appreciate. But there's just so many pop-up mobs, whether it's dropping in factions or devourers and prophecies. What is Nightfall's pop-up mob du jour? Maybe Nightfall didn't have quite as many of them. But yeah, there's too many pop-up mob groups. It gets a little tedious.
Who goes there? Why are you here?
Anyway. Minding your own business. Clobbered by a mob. Skullcrack boss up here. With the quests. The dwarf. Go. Give him a walloping too.
Why are you here? Are you hunting something?
I feel like Temple Strike could potentially be very powerful in Norn tournaments. Most of the foes you're going to face are not going to want to have Temple Strike hit them. Hey, Sif, Shadowhunter.
Are you hunting something?
Do this in just a second. I'm gonna slap this on for my elite. For a Temple Strike, I think. Most of the other things don't matter that much here. I'll put on Crocodile. I do want to change bars, but I don't see a reason to do that just yet. Hey, Anonymous Cheer. Thank you for the bit. I appreciate it. Hello and welcome. Guys just gonna make everybody just follow me for some reason. I don't know, I guess I just got so terrified at the sight of the lumber. I don't have any explanation for it. It's always seemed a bit random to me. I like that little animation for that anonymous cheer. The little ghost popping out from behind the bit. Now, this is where going to be the explanation of Vanir. It's Vanir. There we go. I'm not here for the lore. I have been here for the lore before, and I'm not here for it right now.
Who sent you?
Upworthy deeds done dirt cheap. This is... Yeah, okay, this is a bunch of people in the lake area. Okay, so I want to, first off, I need to go Dervish. Mish is going to give me Onslaught. It's probably one of the most important quests to do in the game, frankly. I can probably stay. Sure, Test of Faith's not bad. I'm just going in here assuming I'm getting Onslaught. Death Blossom is too good to ignore most of the time. I want Golden Fang. Yeah, let's go Golden Fang. And there it is, Golden Lotus. That was the one I was looking for. Onslaught is logically I'd place it right here, but until I capture it, that's just not really worth thinking about too hard. Rolling Headbutt. Just grab Falling Spider and Falling Lotus. Just call this a bar. I mean, this is a bar without an elite skill. I do get an elite skill. What do I want? I can grab Mobius. That's not bad. Is that better than Falling Lotus in this case? Probably. Falling Spider has a quicker recharge. So I can do this up to Mobius, and then Mobius can refresh things. Let's actually just do this. Yeah, this will work for now. Be a dwarf around here somewhere, over here. Ndroth Blastrock.
What news of the war?
Bring in friendly Jotun. Dwarven stability is nice. This one gives you a platinum too. This is kind of more nice skills than great skills. I do enjoy Don't Trip. It feels like it's about Giant Stomp. Being a Giant Stomp counter. And right now, I want to do where these done dirt cheap. No, I haven't done that yet. Okay. Well. No. Yeah, for some reason they want you to go out the side. I'm not sure why. It's a longer path. But they do. Oh, I don't know.
Why are you here?
You see there's a bunch of Jotun here now as well. This bar with its slight emphasis on knockdowns is not great. I think it's realistically. Not terrible. It's not amazing. Where he can still do a Giant Stomp. Oh, well, we got their attention. And Milani's in there, just trying to get him, I don't know, a piece of her mind, I guess. Oh, goodness. Okay, so in my defense, it's really hard for a team to survive when it's constantly being knocked down. This is actually a really difficult fight because of that. There's a Giant Stomp spam. This boss hits really hard. They're very tanky, Jotunar, and that was just an absolute massive over aggro. maybe if I flag people over there, Milani won't go running off and get us killed. Oh my goodness. Do you see that? Talcora got hit and lost 80% of her HP. That guy is by far the worst part of this fight. He just hits like an absolute truck and a half. I think he gets some aggressive armor penetration from having like... Yeah, I think he probably has an inherent like 20% armor penetration because of having most likely 20 strength. Plus double boss damage. Is painful. These Jotuns suck with all of their hexes. The problem right now is I'm getting a little overloaded on hex removal. Talcora's got a decent amount. Dunkor doesn't have any. Bryce has a bit of hex removal. Yeah, I just don't have enough. Daedalon would be nice to have some hex removal. I just don't have hex removal commensurate to the number of hexes that are being placed upon me, so it's always painful. Always painful. Anyway, I can go report that victory. That guy has Skullcrack for his lead. I'm, like, quite confident. I thought it was Earthshaker once, and then I tried to capture Earthshaker off of him and found it was not Earthshaker and was very disappointed. Anyway. If we run across Corn Deep Runner, I'll go after him first, but Mish Lady of the Lake is my primary target at the moment. Because Mish Lady of the Lake has the elite that I want to capture and use.
Are you hunting something?
13 kills is a lot more when you consider it was Jotun. I should have brought a Shadow Stab. We're going to have... This area's going to suck. Oh, there's Corn Deep Runner, Wild Runner right there. So, like I said, I wasn't necessarily going to try to go after this guy first, but because he's presented himself, I am absolutely going to go after him. Oh my goodness. Explain to me why every single friggin' mob in this expansion has to have a knockdown skill, an AoE knockdown skill. Giant Stomp. Okay, it's an exaggeration, but you have Giant Stomp off these, off the Jotun, Trample off of Modnir. Technically, Char have Meteor Shower, which is an AoE knockdown. It's after a fashion. Those guys with their Trident, like it is a knockdown. Okay, well I wasn't expecting that, but I'll take small victories where I can get them. Oh my goodness, it does so much damage too. I need to look into my team. I need to make adjustments. I need... Oh, map successes. I need to drop Milani. Pretty badly, I think. I need more hex removal. One of the big problems I have right now is I don't have enough hex removal. I might do a different variant on Gwen. Just because I have available to me. Let's see. Do I have Shatter Enchantment? I do have a copy of Shatter Hex. I should be putting Shatter Hex on Daedalon somewhere. Maybe instead of Shatter Enchantment. That might be better, at least in this area. I do like the energy management he's getting off of Alyssa's aura. And I think that is very useful. But like, I don't think there's any enchantments that the enemies are using here that are so important to remove that I would rather have switch removal. Part where we fight an unending stream of wisps. Speaking of chilling, it's kind of cold outside. I had my window open, kind of expecting it to get real hot with the stream, but today has been a much cooler day. Yeah, I just want less of my party vulnerable to. Swap those bad boys. Okay, now what we need to do is take out Nilfostu, Earthbound, and Durkar Lake. AKA one angry rabbit. But anyway, as I was saying, it's getting a little chilly in here. And it is cooler outside than I was fully appreciating. Okay, Nilfostu's over there, so let's just go over that direction. I'll be happy to run Onslaught Bar, frankly. Oh man, I don't know if you saw that or not. I had over 1,000 HP. Because the friggin' symbiosis, plus I had a bajillion enchantments stacked on top of me. That was pretty crazy. Mandoff. Hi, I'm here about the Norn reputation points. Thank you. Because I'm probably just going to kill Nilfostu and warp out. Because, oh boy, is he a pain in the face. I don't know if you need the rabbit to get all the way down to the bottom to get the spawns to happen or not. I remember people were like, oh, following the white rabbit down the track. I mean, this is kind of an Alice in Wonderland reference, isn't it? Following the rabbit. White rabbit. White rabbit's a traitor. It's a pretty area. But oh my goodness. Those boss strength. Magic. I don't mind getting a little bit more. Here's the best I can. Back to Sapala. Let's go turn this stuff in. Falling Lotus. Onslaught. Yeah, Onslaught also boosts adrenaline gain, which will power up Brawling Headbutt more, which is kind of nice.
Are you hunting something?
Thank you. I always appreciate a you move like a dwarf.
There is much to do.
Okay, I wanted to boot Milani. Gwen. Probably, yes. Gwen or Vac? I think I'm going to go with Gwen for the moment. Not with that bar, though. Okay, let's do a little bit of buildcraft, shall we? First things first. I can remove... Yes. I want to Shatter Hex instead of Shatter Enchantment. There we go. Gwen's not currently ruined up in any particular way, so I could go... Maybe I do want to go Vec. Vec I usually run Air Magic on. Yeah, I think I actually like that idea a little bit better than Gwen. If I had another Shadow Hex, that'd be a little bit more appealing. Let's see about ruining him a little bit here. Oh, yeah. Maybe. Maybe I need to clean out my inventory a little bit. Scant here. Talk to myself in the third person. Stuff in the equipment bag cannot be salvaged, by the way. Pro tip. Keep you from accidentally salvaging things you don't want to, most likely. Eben. I might want Eben daggers on this character now that I think about it. I'm going to stick these over here for the moment. I don't think I have Eben daggers. I can use them with, Hey, that was one that I had only 2 of. I can use the Eben daggers with, I have Eben Dust Aura out there. Granted, it took a moment, but I got there. Okay, more show me the money. Excellent. I always like to get shown the money. Should have salvaged the Amber Wand. Wasn't thinking about it. Just kind of IDing stuff. The big old barrel hammer. 13 over 50 is not what I'd call impressive. Okay, I think most of this stuff just want to merge. Okay. There should be a rune trader around here as well, so we'll hit
Why
that
are
up.
you here?
Placements for these, thank you. Drop these off. Most of those armors are probably getting
Who goes
pushed
there?
a bit. Super healing prayers. I don't believe I need superior healing. I think I already have that on Dankoro. I'm gonna say Dankoro. Okay, and I don't need that for anybody. And unless Disciples is worth anything. No, and superior healing, it's a little bit of a bump, but our minor pro has come way down. So I don't need that one. Major fast casting. A little bit of value, not enough value. Minor healing and pyromancers. Pyromancers is currently 100. Yeah, I could salvage the pyromancers off though. I think I probably want to give back pyromancer's armor. That's most likely going to be the case. Probably just so overpriced. Minor healing, I don't think was worth anything, right? No. I'm going to go ahead and salvage this off. The pyromancers is just cheaper to get this way. Move those down here for the moment. Survivor, I might as well hang on to. I don't know if it's worth anything. Yeah, a little bit, but I might want to be using it. And then major fast casting. I have 2 major fast castings. Those are not worth anything. Either way, let's merchant these things off, then get the armors for Vec.
Who goes there?
I feel like more of the time I'm going to want Pyromancer's insignia than I'm going to want... Like, all of the insignia have places where they're useful. Like, there's a bunch of areas here where having...
Who goes there?
Hydromancer's insignia is really, really useful because of the additional cold damage resistance for all the AoE cold spells. Basically, like, against the Marganites and Mersat, I'm going to want air. Against ice elementals, I'm going to want hydromancers. Against wardens, I'm going to want geomancers. Against a bunch of stuff, I'm going to want pyromancers. I feel like there are more things that I want pyromancers against than the other types. So that's what I'm inclined to get. So I just saved myself, like, I don't know, some gold by salvaging those pyromancers. Air, this doesn't surprise me. Air is often presented as kind of the alternative to domination magic if you don't have domination magic available to you. So I'm not surprised that that one is somewhat more valuable than the other ones. I was actually kind of surprised when fire was up there a little bit. This just takes a moment. Okay, good. Let's take care of that for now. Hang on to June's art supplies for later. Okay, now I have 1 copy of Remove Hex on Prius. I imagine I have more available to me. Monk's gonna be down. Oh yeah, I have plenty and a half. So let's put a Remove Hex. Remove Hex here. What res skill options do I have? I have Restore Life, actually, because I took that off of... What's her face? So let's go ahead and grab that. Or, I took Melania out of the party. Right now, this is what your bar looks like. And then prayers for Restore Life. Do I want more hex removal? I could replace something on Sasuke with hex removal if I wanted to. I think I might leave Sasuke alone for the moment, though. We'll see how this goes. Right, air magic. I have Gust. Lightning Surge. Or like dual attuning? Or alternatively... I have Shock Arrow. I do have Shock Arrow. Would I want to run... I could run something like Signet of Removal. That's an interesting choice. Would I want that instead of Remove Hex? Let's see. So, I can... Air Attunement, I think I have... Yeah, I have Chain Lightning... Lightning Strike... Arc lightning. Shell shock, shock arrow. This is important for getting the cracked armor to make the shock arrow work. And then I could replace that with signet removal. I would prefer... Okay, I don't have empathic removal. This is a situation where I'd prefer empathic removal, but I might try signet removal. I don't necessarily have the best AoE hex coverage. Or enchantment coverage, but and Sasuke is generally not going to be enchanted. But Serenia is generally going to enchant herself. Eidolon's going to generally enchant himself. Vigorous Spirits are going to get passed around, and there's a bunch of enchantments over here. So I feel like there's a decent amount of enchantments going around, and I'm going to keep myself enchanted with Onslaught. So the signet removal might actually work decently well. Typically not a skill, again, that I would be thinking about, but it is energy free. Like, it is 0 energy to use signet of removal. It just requires the target to be enchanted. And 5-second recharge is actually pretty good. So maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll work for me. Okay, let's go ahead and it also removes a condition. So that's kind of nice.
Who goes there?
Let's grab anything you can do. I ain't gonna do this just yet.
Who sent you?
Anything you can do is quite a bit more involved. I'm gonna want to go up into Jagged Moraine soon, but I think right now I want to go ahead and face the Norn Bear. Okay, signet removal's real test is coming up. This is Jotun. It's pretty new, so that's good. The other thing too is swirling aura on Serenia will help get everybody enchanted for Windows, which is useful. Enough for the doors yet. Yeah, I don't care about your precious bounty or whatever. Just fight a couple of Jotun here, or it's a little bit wedged in, so it's hard to avoid having to do so. Why are you unaggressive? I don't know. Sometimes he's not always the greatest about using his elite. Frankly, I could probably move him to a dual tune setup at this point, and that'd probably be better. Second Wind is one of those skills that I think is pretty sweet, but the AI is not as convinced, so it doesn't tend to use it so well. I still would love a Guild Wars 1 styled game with Final Fantasy 12 style gambits in it. I think that'd be pretty sweet. Okay, we've got some Mutant on our tail. I definitely feel like hexes are better. Less obnoxious being dealt with. Well, being dealt with. Since the switch here to Shatter Hex over here, which is getting used because it's just on recharge, and secondary removal. 2 more pieces of Hex removal. I mean, I've not been fighting the stuff that we're really laying down. The Hex is thick. Okay, he can't be knocked down easily either. I don't know. Some of the Norn areas, some of the things in Eye of the North are a little annoying just because there's a lot of enemies that are immune to knockdowns. It's one of those things where I kind of prefer it when more of my strategies are available to me. So when there's a bunch of undead that are immune to poison, bleeding, and disease, or when there's a bunch of enemies that are immune to knockdowns, it's just a little like, at least mix the mobs a little bit more. Like the undead will have zombies that are not immune to some of those conditions, right? So it's like, if things were a little bit more blended, it wouldn't bother me as much. But when it's just like, oh yeah, and you're just fighting an area where this strategy just flat out will not work against this group of enemies, like, Whereas like the Stone Summit will have enemies that you can't knock down, but also has plenty of enemies that you can. So it's not as like that. But I don't know. It makes sense that they prevent a boss from being able to be knocked down because they're very disabling in knockdowns. Knockdowns are very strong inherently, so I can kind of get that. And part of it too is like my preferred assassin bars involve Brawling Headbutt with Falling Spider and Falling Lotus a lot of the time. I quite enjoy those moves, so having enemies immune to them is a bit weird. I don't know why you use Neptune on my back line. I really enjoy Onslaught. It's just such a nice mixture of things. This is not worth using if I'm not of either a few seconds dazed or enchantment removal. Excuse me. I mean, it's late in my day. I am getting a little bit tired. It happens. I am a human being. Okay, let's finish this business. see. I believe I have... Yeah. Hard mode would increase it by 75. I may at some point prefer to do that. Don't know why we're able to stop him from spirit retreating here. I think Jora joins our party at this point, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so I've unlocked Jora. So let's add... I need to bring this up too. I need to bring it up so that you all can see it. Let's add a pack for Jora. Uh-huh. Okay, some useful skills in there. The fresh stuff, to the limit, soldier speed, which are I've already established I like. Highway, devastating hammer, body blow is good. Standard sort this stuff. I don't really want to use Jora right now. I might change the last guy. I'm not going to just yet, but I might consider it. I think I'm not going to worry about a skill cap, but I do want to go. I think this actually will open up space. Yeah, this opens up an inventory slot for me. And salvage that. I think I need a little bit, or have a little bit more space for Cantha at the moment. Oh, I'm all up on cloth. That's nice. There. Go in that freshly opened up space I've developed.
Never anger a Norn.
We'll take that into advisement. Remember, everyone, don't anger Norn. They don't like it when they get angry. Either that or else you won't like them when they're angry? I'm not entirely clear on that point. Hasn't really been made clear to me. Okay, so, oh, yeah, Jora, or she'll just direct us to the other places. Do I want to do Blood Washes Blood? I am going to be heading up into those areas for the first part of Worthy Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. Oh, right. Let's go to Gunner's Hold and pick up the thing from Tyre the Scald. The bonus HP thing. That was not entirely clear, and I realized it after I said it. I wonder if they sell any useful skills. I have picked up some hero skill points at this point.
Who goes there?
Thank you. 2 hero skill points remaining. Oh yeah, there's a lot of different options here. Radiant Scythe is a really good one. Dignity of Mystic Speed. This one could be surprisingly useful on an assassin. I'm not sure what the breakpoint for 2 self-targeting enchantments is, but I can see being able to make some things activate instantly being very useful. I'm going to grab that one, not worry about more at the moment. Let's go back up to Sif Hall. I want to get into Jagged Moraine. I could do... let's see... this way. I could see doing Blood Washes Blood while I'm here. as well, just to kind of get that out of the way. But I'm trying to remember when you complete it where it drops you off. Does it drop you off? Does it drop you off back in Safala?
Who goes there?
I don't remember.
Who sent you?
Whatever. I'm gonna go explore this zone. Oh man, this feels like very early morning to me. I don't know. I like it here. I do need to find Crack's Cavalry. I have the thing for that. Not the most elegantly done execution of my skill bar, but whatever. It'll do. Yeah, there they are. Get a couple of skills off of them. This area, because of its mini patrols, often feels like a convergence zone of a lot of different enemy groups that result in a lot of enemies to fight. This is, Aurochs uses she's super distracted right now. They use healing hands. I don't think there's a spot to capture healing hands off of them. Unfortunately. That was a mess, yeah. There's 604 gold coins given to me. Thank you. Ooh, a smiting rod. Fantastic. Well, that somehow worked okay. Yeah, again, this map has this section of this map has a lot of patrol, so there tends to be a little bit of a conversion zone of just a lot of dudes coming up. That, in my experience, leads to a lot of pain and suffering. Excellent. Enough enemies killed to get some more Norn reputation points.
Who goes there?
Nothing like being able to interrupt a bear form to
Who
make
sent
Norn
you?
suddenly a lot less threatening. I don't like fighting these guys because they use quicksand, and quicksand is the bane of assassins everywhere. They also like to use traps, which are vaguely annoying. Not as annoying as quicksand. does count as a knockdown on them. Yeah, for many reasons I'd like Pilot Staggers. I need, like, I don't know. I wonder how easily it is, how easily Dagger Enchanting and Zealous mods are acquired. Look into that. Maybe I'll spend some time in Commodon tomorrow. This doesn't seem like much of a victory to me, but... Go talk to Eagle. I think advancing this quest is probably a good idea. I feel like maybe I'll go slightly long today just to get this quest done. Flames of the Bear Spirits. Like, Whiteout is over this direction. The gloves that I'm going to go pick up are from Hildir over here. Not to be confused with where Whiteout hangs out. They are very similar locations.
Never anger an older. Are you hunting something?
Don't 100% know what I'm doing with those yet. They're going to be Dagger Mastery gloves. Most of the time I make my gloves critical strikes. Those are going to be Dagger Mastery. I'm not sure if they're going to be Minor Dagger Mastery or Superior Dagger Mastery, though. Probably Minor. I'm considering making some gloves that are Superior as well. We'll see what ends up making sense. I'm going to go hit up Newt over here because I do have enough kills on me to get some additional Norn rep from him. I figure I might as well.
Never anger an older. Are you hunting something?
Avar is just up this way, so I'm going to go to Avar next, I think. That's what makes the most sense to me. This is the part where I'm going to regret not bringing a Shadow Step, isn't it? Well, that's how it goes, I suppose. Yep, saw that one coming. Well then, my Elementalist back line just absolutely destroyed those guys. Serenia's not doing good damage to them. She's almost more support than damage. But Vec and Sasuke both are pretty good here. Sasuke, like, I think those guys are actually a little bit weak to fire, in fact. So he's going to be hitting them really hard. This is a spot where getting holy damage would be nice. Not nice enough to be worth bringing this whole area, but it would be nice. Vara's gonna spawn a bunch of stuff. I want this skill that turns corpses into bone fiends. There's a slight weak. spot where you can capture Dragon, by the way. That might be a little bit easier than the standard Nightfall location. I don't know why Avar the Fallen is somehow unworthy. It's done dirt cheap, but it is, so not gonna worry about it much. We'll worry about the other one when I go into dungeon stuff. So that'll probably be on Tuesday? Tuesday is the next scheduled Guild Wars stream. Mountain owls. I didn't realize they're over here. Huh. Boy, sometimes it's good to look at the map. I was heading south and I needed to be heading north. Because I was thinking I needed to... I don't know. I was getting a little confused about my directions, I guess, is really what it comes down to. Yeah, those 93 damage water tridents are no joke. Whew, 3 gods. That's nice. Okay, whiteout's up here, but so are some deadly snowballs. And there it goes. Rolling. Before I actually fight Whiteout, I actually want to go get the Res Shrine up here. There's a chance that we'll wipe on him. It is a powerful Elementalist boss, after all. So I would like to have some mitigation in case that happens. Rigard, I think. Rigard. Maybe is a better pronunciation of that.
Who goes there? Never anger a Norn.
Sure, 54. Got it. Got it. Okay. Now let's go fight Whiteout. Hooray! Okay, I'm putting Prot Spirit on myself because I'm going to run ahead with Onslaught to try to absorb some of these hits. And yeah. That didn't help. Half my backline ended up dead anyway. I mean, it helped. It kept me from dying. Well, the good news is that restored some res 6. Which means Vec can start getting people up. All told, that actually went pretty well. Could have gone much worse. I probably would have died right off the bat if I didn't have Prot Spirit on me, by the way. I also appreciate that the AI is like, you have a res option. We're not in combat. Let's just wait for that res option to go through. Which I do quite like Restore Life because it restores a bunch of energy, which is often way more important than just raw HP. That's not always true. Sometimes you need the raw HP to survive damage that comes your way upon resurrection. But quite often having energy allows you to be able to get back in the battle, and especially if you're a healer, you probably can heal yourself. And having the energy to do more, rather than like, Res Sig's not bad, it's 25% energy, but a lot of Resurrects are going to leave you with like 10% or less. It was like, oh, yay, you resurrected me with... I mean, Flesh of My Flesh is a good example of a skill that's like pretty good, but also like has some real downsides. And one of the big downsides of it... Wow, this is going slow. One of the big downsides of it is... hey, Jesse Pockets. Hello. It's going pretty well. Just killed Whiteout for that quest chain. Getting attacked by worms now. But one of the things that can become a problem with Flesh of My Flesh is, A, it scales based upon how much HP the user has, which can sometimes mean it doesn't perform as well as you'd like. Is this worm going to pop back up and harass us, or is it leaving us alone? But B, it also leaves with really low energy, and if the person using it started off at full HP, they ain't now. So that means that you can have 2 people that need healing as opposed to just 1. It's still a good skill. Don't get me wrong. Oh, man. I'm never going to not hate fighting under a quicksand. It's just so irritating. I think quicksand affects elementalists the least of the various professions.
Never anger a Norn. Who goes there?
64 kills, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, let's go do this bear spirit nonsense. Not sure how long the quest or the mission quest thing to Bloodwash's blood is offhand. Manager. Glad to at least have Life Sheath for these. Flesh My Flesh does work well on a spirit support build. I agree. I tend to avoid bringing reses on healing skills. Also, the skill booster league that I'm doing right now, I'm pretty sure I don't have Flesh of My Flesh. Let's see. I have Lively was Naomi. Life. Defiant was in right. Yeah, it should appear between these two. But, I do not have it. It's just interesting to me how Flesh of My Flesh, like, its upsides are it's only 5 energy, it has no recharge, 4-second cast time is on the lower end of hard reses, or it is on the low end of hard reses. Hello. Gretch versus Snowman fight over here. Isn't this fun? But it's only 5 energy, no recharge. And it has maximum spellcasting range, and it can restore with a decent amount of health. Downsides are it can also restore with a very terrible low amount of health. It leaves the caster with less health, and it does not generally restore very much energy. So it's like, it's got upsides and downsides, which I appreciate that, like, there are those. I think the upsides generally outweigh the downsides most of the time with it. But. Okay, I have no idea what's going on with my backline, that everything wants to keep dropping stuff on it instead of me, but in terms of clumsiness, but I'll take it. Oh, Eagle. I wonder how much Eagle's helping. Hey, Glacier Stone. These are the enemies that drop them. Anybody who didn't know for some reason. There's a lot more of them in hard mode, too. And there's a bunch of farms for farming in hard mode. I've not particularly investigated those. My glacial stones came from buying them off of a player for feathers a while back. As far as fancy gloves go, I'm pretty sure the glacial gauntlets are actually at this point somewhat low on the totem pole. Yeah, they are glacial gauntlets. With I'm gonna do Yarnskeggy first because if he gives me a hot rank up,
Never
I feel
anger
really annoyed.
Never.
Yep, he gave me hot rank up. I was gonna feel real annoyed if I got that after doing everything here. But because glacial stones are somewhat easy to farm, as I understand it. Again, it's not something I personally investigated. The Arctic Nightmare. The Arctic Nightmare beat the Spirit of Pain. Drop on. Get this Spiritual Flame all the way up. One of those like command location type quests. There we go. Do we talk to you, Eagle? No. Oh, we get a cutscene. Now do we talk to Eagle? Yes. Okay. Okay, now I can do Blood Washes Blood. I got some good Norn rep off of that, I think. I can drop this for the... Yes, you may ask. So this uses an external tool that I made. You can get it with !tool, and there... I might as well just do the command. There's also a link to an overview video of the tool itself for more details. It has a lot more stuff in it than just Skill Booster Leagues. But what a Skill Booster League is, and it's kind of a make what you will of it challenge. That's fair. Yeah, so this is... I don't think you're going to see most people doing Skill Booster Leagues. It's kind of just a thing that I've done with my own tool that I made. But you'll get skills, and you can make... Again, the video overview is going to be able to give you a lot more details here, but you can make sets that have various properties. That's probably not the best set to look at. So like this one, this Factions General set, has 50 skills that are labeled common, 25 skills that are categorized as uncommon, 10 that are categorized as rare, and then the set contains 203 common skills, 289 uncommon skills, and 79 rare skills. So like there's ways of setting things with like what the rarities are here. It's basically, if you've played a trading card game like Magic the Gathering, there's the idea of a booster league where you get like, say, with Magic, the way that I'm used to them working is you get something around like 4 to 6 packs to start, and then you make a deck, and then each week you get an additional pack. Each week that you play it, you get an additional pack to add into your pool of cards. So it's using that idea. Have you done any of that sort of thing? So you can specify what rarities you want here by just putting additional rarities per line and then editing everything. And you can assign rarities to skills here. And then define your sets over here. And then this lets you pick which set you're pulling from. And then you can add a booster, or you can add just X cards from that set, ignoring rarity. And then this right over here specifies how many you're adding. So the way that I've generally been playing this rules-wise, it depends a little bit upon where you are, but it's a pack of skills from that region whenever, or from that world area. So Cantha, Ilona, Tyria. Whenever I enter a new zone within it, Eye of the North I do a bit differently because Eye of the North skills only has the 100 skills for like that heroes can use. So I just get 25 of those, never minding rarity, whenever I get turn in a monumental tapestry. That's kind of the rules that I play with. But whenever I reach a new region, I get a pack for that region. Whenever I get a hero, I get a pack for that hero from the region that they're in. So that kind of like slowly expands the number of skills that I have. And then the other thing that you'll notice here is, for example, there's a 1 in the corner here. It might be a little hard to see at stream resolutions, but there's a 1 here on Illusion of Pain. That means across my entire team, I can only use 1 copy of Illusion of Pain. So this is another mechanism that I have to sort of limit the number of skills that I use, just to make things a little bit more interesting. It's a little bit more interesting early on when you're have fewer skills, and it kind of opens up as you go. But you can also just find yourself like missing staples and stuff. So this is something that I think is more interesting if you are finding you A, really enjoy making builds, and B, you find yourselves you find that you keep using the same skills over and over again, and it's making play become stale, and it's good for helping to break that sort of thing up. So it's something I enjoy for that. There's other things in here too. There's template drafting, which is its own complicated thing I don't want to get into right now. The video does go over it. But the basics is that you're drafting templates that you're going to use. And then there's a bunch of different like challenge options here. And then there's also the ability to generate codexes. So codexes are similar in concept to skill booster leagues, except you can use any number of copies of the skill across your team. Is sort of the idea. So they tend to be have fewer total skills available because you're using them more times and stuff. I think skill booster leagues play out a little bit more interestingly in the same, like there's a similar idea to codexes, but I think they're a little bit more interesting, personally. But that's the idea of a skill booster league. And let me know if that wasn't entirely clear, or if you want more details or whatever. I personally have been quite enjoying. Oh, I forgot to put on my Slayer title. But I personally have been quite enjoying using, like, starting a new character and playing through a booster league. It's a great way also if you want to try to, like, part of the original reason why I wanted to finish it, like, as a feature, and not just use a codex, is it was a way of allowing me to be able to try to capture more of a new player feel, because my account has all skills unlocked. Also, I don't recommend it unless your account also has all skills unlocked. But because my account has all skills unlocked, it means that I'm having something that kind of forces me to make decisions about what skills I actually have access to, and helps mimic the new player experience that way, becomes kind of exciting. And especially for some stuff that I did earlier. I am getting absolutely destroyed by these, and I think part of it is because we have multiple groups going on, right? We have the Char, Dominator, and the Seekers plus the Jora kind of overloading everything. Thankfully, there are rest shrines in these. They're very forgiving in Eye of the North relative to the other campaigns. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I wasn't paying close enough attention. Because I was focused on the enemies. But I think what happened is we just got, like, a cascade of ambushing enemies. And Ancestors of Visage is annoying. Because, like, separately, these groups are no particular problem. It's just we had several groups all at once. I'll wait for him to take care of that barbed trap. Dominator's kind of annoying here. Dominators are high priority targets because they have less chance. I feel like I'm taking a weird route here. You know what? Let's just lean into weird routes. Let's go super weird. Let's clear out the dudes in front of the gates and then go get that. Not that I ever use this particular gate, but I usually just go through the other one. Flame Shielders. Flame Shielders are also pretty high priority because they Meteor Shower and they Aegis, so... Just a combination of things I don't like having happen. When I say region, I mean like Tyria. I would choose Ascalon, or like the regions are Ascalon, the Shiver Peaks, both north and south, that count as one region. Kryta, Maguma Jungle, and the Crystal Desert. So that's an example of different regions. It's a little bit like Cantha is Xingje Island, the Kaineng City, the Echowold Forest. Echowold Forest, Jade Sea, and technically I think I count Raisu Palace as separate as well. I basically, if you go to the anniversary page on the wiki, which I don't remember, if you just search anniversary on the wiki, it should bring it to you. But the different world regions for where you get proofs of triumph, that's how I would designate regions for getting packs. Again, those are pretty big packs. They're giving me, let's see, the Factions 1 is giving me something like, what's that, 85 skills. So you do get a lot of skills with them. So, but you also end up like with holes and things like that. So, yeah, I find it to be interesting. How it ends up playing out. And again, those are just the rules that I use for doing it. You are fully welcome to like make sets with the size that you prefer and experiment and find what you like and all that sort of stuff. Keeping in mind that there's a lot of skills in the game, so it's easy to think that you're giving yourself more skills than you are. Just something to remember. But yeah, totally you can do whatever rules you want with it. Those are just the rules I use. I've certainly had fun with it. If you haven't really played the game in a while, I would recommend just spending some time refamiliarizing yourself with it. Because it is the sort of thing that is going to play better if you have a decent degree of familiarity with different skills and stuff. But maybe it's a way that you would enjoy getting into it again. I don't know. It's up to you to determine. Certainly, if you haven't played in quite a long time, you don't really remember what all the skills do, and you have all the skills available on your account, and you're just like, I am not wanting to process all of these right now. It is a way that you could introduce things to yourself a little bit more slowly as well. Though that would be another thing I hadn't thought about until just now. But I thank you for expressing interest. I definitely appreciate it. Okay, Doku Kindle shot. Big eye. Oh, I did not stand there. Ow. Real glad I had a cross spread on me. Elementalist bosses turn out to be bad for my backline. Ooh, encrypted chart battle plans. Not used to seeing those out here. Those are really cool. I like encrypted chart battle plans. As a mechanic, I just wish they dropped a little bit more frequently. But I've said that before. Okay, let's wait for Vec to get Gaelon back up. Before I go fighting stuff in the Char territories, I might want to give strong consideration to reconfiguring my team some. They've definitely been struggling against the Char. Let's see, this is run fast? Yes. Run fast and break through wooden barricades. Which comes up precisely here. Biggest fan of Verse and Blessing, but it'll be fine for this a little bit. Let's just left tap. This is something like a, yeah. Oh, it's, okay. 13 second, 12 second recharge, so it is 100% uptime. I don't know why I thought it was like 12, 15, or like 13 second with a 15 second recharge. I might be thinking of one of the other blessings that is not 100% up to Haha, I got your rose champ. Ward Keeper. These guys are a little irritating because they use ward against melee, which obviously sucks if you're melee. Thankfully, Urson Blessing functions differently for the normal one. This is the old version that ended up getting nerfed into the ground. Don't know if that's what you're referring to or not. Let's see, the door's over this way. Flash my flash. I just let us kill your buddy and you simultaneously. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, right now, it doesn't scale with anything declared. Or it's not declared to scale with anything. I'm not sure on that. Otherwise, I think it might have been a different one. It might be the nerf version of the skill as well that I could be thinking of. I can absolutely see that being the case. Because Urson Blessing definitely got pretty heavily. Wow, okay. I'm getting a lot of encrypted char battle plans, which is really cool. I wonder if they did a stealth update to change the drop rate on that, 'cause I feel like I've been getting them more often than I remember them getting. Like, I feel like I've gotten encrypted char battle plans more in the past, like, year than I have in, like, all, I don't know, 13 years or something that I have the North has been out. 14? Something like that. Get where this dumps me out. Okay, yeah. We're going back to this mode. Yeah, it feels like the sort of thing that they might have done, just kind of slipped in at some point somewhere. 'Cause that's 2 encrypted char battle plans, which I can't even do anything with yet on this character. Because it requires, oh my goodness. You are so absolutely redonkulous. I don't know that Death Blossom is the most overpowered skill in the game, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's kind of the least balanced. That's a weird decision to draw. They've definitely done a lot of tweaks to stuff. Is that everything? Let's go check out these donators. Wow, that's a lot of hexes. That felt good. That AoE knockdown. There we go. Blood washes blood. Okay, that just straight up dumps you in Gunner's Hold afterwards. Okay, I wasn't sure. I'm gonna go turn in a couple of quests in Safala. And then I'll be wrapping up the stream for today. Yeah. For sure. Shadow Form and Death Blossom are both very high on those lists. I think Sif just wants me to... I think I just have Cracked Cavalry to turn in of the, like, quests here. Assassination Attempt is in an annoying place. Well, not like the worst place, but kind of an annoying place to get to. So, in the Jade Sea. Or not the Jade Sea, Kaining City. I don't know why I misspoke there. It's probably because I was thinking about something with the Jade Sea.
What news of the war?
Yep, I did. Thank you. Alright, well, I need to clear out my inventory, but I ain't gonna let, like, voice that upon all y'all. So, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream here. The next... Yeah, those are both pretty good, too. The next scheduled stream is on Monday. That's going to be continuing my Divinity Original Sin first playthrough. Guild Wars is scheduled to return on Tuesday of next week. But that's going to be all for me for this week. I thank you all for watching. You can follow the channel to get notified when I go live. And I also have a Discord as well. People want to chat there. Thank you very much for the follow, Trusty Pockets. I do appreciate it. Let's see. I think that about wraps everything up. So I'm going to go ahead and call things here. Thank you all for watching. And until next time, my friend. Take care. Goodbye.